Hey guys, welcome back to the Witchcraft Soccer Workshop. Today we're working on an 89 Softail Custom. Seems to have a charging problem. We have a good battery, but it's overheating. Now, if you're going to do any work on your bike, you need certain tools, and if you're working with electrical, you're going to have a multimeter to know for sure what the system's doing and what the thing's reading. If you're going to do a lot of work, you can buy a better one like this. Maybe spend $100, maybe 150, get you a real good one. If you're on a budget, still, you can go somewhere like Harbor Freight, and I think this is like 10 bucks, and it still does the same thing. Maybe not as reliable as the better one, but still, you're gonna need something like this to see what the thing is actually doing. So, what we're gonna do on your Harbor Freight unit, it actually says DC voltage. So we would click the thing over to 20 because we're working with a 12 volt system, so we're going to put it on DC 20 volts. On our better unit, we have a little straight line for direct voltage. We have the wavy line for alternating current if you were doing household work. So we're going to go with this one, and again, we're going to turn it over to 20 volts DC direct current, and we'll start the thing up. Red to the positive, black to the negative, and it shows we have a pretty good battery here at 13 volts. Let's turn the ignition on. We have a bit of a voltage draw. We're in good shape there, battery's good. Let's fire it up. And there's our problem, folks. We should be putting in 13 to 14 volts charging when we're running the thing. When it went up to 18, we are overcharging this battery. So we're gonna have to do some more testing. It's probably the voltage regulator, but let's get the thing up in the air and take a closer look. Okay, so here we go. We have unplugged the voltage regulator from our stator. Now, several tests we're going to do here. First, we're going to test this to make sure our stator hasn't grounded out. So, on our multimeter, we're going to go over here to ohms of resistance. Turn it on. Now, if we have a short, we'll get a buzz and it'll let us know. So, we're going to connect the black one to the ground terminal and test both sides. No reading. Test the other side. No reading. All right. Now we're going to switch it over to 200 ohms. The little horseshoe is ohms as resistance. We're going to switch it over to ohms resistance, and we're going to test across both terminals here. So we're going to put one probe in each one, and we should have from 0.1 to 0.2 ohms resistance. Okay, we're showing 0.3, probably still not a bad stator. So, last thing we're going to do, check the book, AC output. All right, it says at 1,000 RPM, 16 to 20 volts AC, or 2,000 RPM, 32 to 40 volts AC. So, we're going to go back over here to our meter, and again, the little wavy line is going to be volts AC. We want 32 to 40, so we're going to put it on 200 volts AC. One probe in each terminal. We're going to fire it up and see what kind of reading we get here. All right, looks like we was putting out 45 to 50 volts. So our stator is putting out a little stronger voltage than what the book recommends. What I think we're going to do is we're going to replace the voltage regulator. Goes out pretty regularly, and I happen to have one on hand. It's a simple job, so let's get this one off, get the new one on. Step one, always disconnect the battery. Don't need to be starting any fires. And that's what we're looking at getting at. That's our 30 amp breaker, and our voltage regulator charging wire connects to the silver terminal on that. And we have a bare end. It comes with a new crimp connector end we'll have to put on later. Should have put the shrink tubing on first. I tend to forget that a lot. Should have put the shrink tubing on before I crimp the end on. Anytime I use crimp connectors, I like to solder them. The last thing you want when you're riding down the road is to have an electrical connection come loose on you. My soldering iron is taking forever to heat up here. There we go. Now we'll feed that through to the other side and connect that to our 30 amp breaker. booger to do this stuff one-handed. Let's fire it up, see if this solved our problem. All right, looks like a little over 14 volts now, so much better than 18 volts. So I think we got this one fixed. Thanks for tuning in. Check in next time. You never know what we're going to be working on. If you like the video, click that subscribe button. We'll see you next time.